South Korea is making a bold new move. It wants to build a sixth-generation fighter jet. Just decades ago, Seoul relied entirely on foreign military hardware. Now, it's aiming for the top tier of aerospace technology. This marks a major shift. South Korea wants to be a creator and leader, not just a consumer. The world is watching to see if this middle power can pull off such a feat. This isn't just about national pride, it's about survival and sovereignty. The announcement has sent ripples through the defense industry. Major powers like the US, China, and Europe are already deep into their own 6th-gen programs. South Korea is joining this exclusive, expensive club. Their entry changes the dynamics of the race, proving the future of air power isn't just for the old guard. The journey from buying F-4 Phantoms to designing a next-gen fighter tells a story of industrial growth and strategic foresight. South Korea has invested heavily in education, research, and development, learning from partners and its own challenges. This project is the culmination of years of effort, a bet on its own technological prowess. For the world, it means more competition and faster innovation. The geopolitical map of military power is being redrawn. A South Korea armed with its own 6th-gen fighters is a very different regional power, less dependent on allies, more able to act in its own interests. This is about more than a new airplane, it's about a nation's rise and its determination to control its destiny. The stakes are high and the world is watching. What makes a fighter jet 6th generation? It's a leap beyond today's stealthy F-35S and F-22S. 6th-gen fighters will push stealth even further, making them nearly impossible to detect or target. But the real revolution is in intelligence and connectivity. These jets will be flying command centers packed with sensors and artificial intelligence. They'll gather and process battlefield data in real time, sharing it instantly with drones, ships, satellites, and ground forces. This is called manned-unmanned teaming. The pilot commands a swarm of autonomous drones, sending them on dangerous missions while staying safe. Advanced engines, adaptive cycle engines, will let these jets switch between high-thrust and high-efficiency modes, flying farther and faster. Some designs even include directed energy weapons like lasers to shoot down missiles or disable electronics. Ultimately, a 6th-gen fighter is a system of systems, a node in a vast intelligent network. It combines extreme stealth, AI, advanced networking, and revolutionary propulsion. Previous generations were about speed or stealth. The 6th generation is about brains and battlefield control. The race is intense because whoever masters this technology will rule the skies for decades. The stakes are global and the competition is fierce. The future of air power is being written now. South Korea's ambitions became clear at the 2023 Paris Air Show, where Korea Aerospace Industries unveiled its next-gen fighter model. The tailless, sleek design signals a focus on all aspects stealth. Seoul's strategy is ambitious but pragmatic. Start research now, launch full-scale development in the 2030s, and aim for deployment in the 2040s. The plan is to invest first in core technologies, advanced sensors, AI, stealth materials, and next-gen engines. South Korea is building on experience from the KF-21 Boramae, a 4.5 generation fighter designed as a stepping stone. The KF-21 project taught engineers how to integrate complex systems and manage large-scale aerospace projects. The 6th-gen program will build directly on this foundation. Instead of one risky leap, South Korea is taking calculated incremental steps. This is a national effort involving KI, Hanwha Systems, Lignex-1 research institutes and universities. The whole-of-nation approach is crucial for such a monumental undertaking. The plan is set, the models are out, and the work has begun. The world is watching to see if South Korea can turn vision into reality. The stakes are high, but the groundwork is solid. The countdown to a new era has started. The KF-21 Boramae is the foundation for South Korea's 6th-gen ambitions. Launched in the 2010s, the KF-21 was South Korea's first modern indigenous fighter jet, a national training ground for engineers and technicians. It's a 4.5 generation fighter with some stealth features, advanced electronics, and a modern cockpit. The KF-21 allowed South Korea to master integrating complex subsystems, skills essential for the next leap. More importantly, it built an industrial base and reduced reliance on foreign suppliers. South Korea now develops more key technologies at home, creating a skilled workforce and a network of suppliers. The KF-21 de-risked the future program by solving foundational challenges first. Think of it as the dress rehearsal for the main event. South Korea now has the factories, people, and processes needed for a major aerospace program. The confidence and experience gained are invaluable. The lessons from the Hawk will lift its 6th-gen successor. The groundwork is done. Now, it's time for the next act. Why is South Korea investing billions in this project? Geography. Surrounded by powerful neighbors, South Korea faces constant threats. North Korea's nuclear weapons and missiles means Seoul must maintain a decisive technological edge. A 6th-gen fighter would give South Korea the ability to penetrate defenses and neutralize threats before they launch. But the challenge goes beyond the peninsula. China's military is rapidly advancing, fielding its own stealth fighters and working on 6th-gen tech. Relying solely on the US security umbrella is risky long-term. To the east, Japan is developing its own 6th-gen fighter with the UK and Italy. South Korea can't afford to fall behind. A military imbalance could be dangerous. This regional arms race creates a powerful incentive for self-reliance. Developing a 6th-gen fighter is a declaration of strategic independence. It gives Seoul the tools to defend its interests and hedge against an uncertain future. In this neighborhood, advanced technology is a necessity, not a luxury. South Korea's 6th-gen plan is about more than design. It's about revolutionizing how fighters are built. The blueprint relies on mastering core technologies, harnessing AI, and using smart manufacturing. With a smaller defense budget, South Korea must be smarter and more efficient. The focus is on developing game-changing tech in-house stealth materials, high-power electronics, and next-gen sensors. AI is central, helping pilots manage data, identify threats, and control drone swarms. South Korea's AI expertise will be channeled into defense, creating loyal wingman drones for dangerous tasks. Smart manufacturing and digital engineering will cut costs and speed up development. Digital twins, virtual models, will be tested thousands of times before any metal is cut. Highly automated factories will use robotics and data analytics for precision. This strategy aims to leapfrog traditional, slower development processes. If successful, it could be a model for other middle powers. The goal, a new way to create advanced defense technology. South Korea knows it can't build a 6th-gen fighter alone. The costs and challenges are too great for one nation. That's why Seoul is seeking international partners to share costs and expertise. The KF-21 program included Indonesia as a junior partner, offsetting some financial burden. Now, South Korea is looking for countries not already committed to other 6th-gen programs, like Sweden, Turkey, or the UAE. The right partners will be key to success. This search creates a fascinating geopolitical dynamic, pitting South Korea's proposal against established programs. Seoul offers a flexible, potentially more affordable alternative to the superpower's projects. But building a coalition is tough. Each partner has its own interests and requirements. Aligning them is a diplomatic challenge. The global hunt for partners is as important as any technological breakthrough. Success depends on both engineering and diplomacy. The road to a 6th-gen fighter is full of obstacles. The first is cost. Developing a new jet is staggeringly expensive, especially for a country with a smaller defense budget. Funding will require national commitment and tough trade-offs. The next hurdle is technological complexity. South Korea must master technologies that barely exist today. Developing stealth airframes, adaptive engines, and AI-powered systems is a monumental task. Integrating them all is even harder. Any one area could face delays or setbacks. Then there's competition. The US, Europe, and China are all racing ahead. South Korea must work smarter and faster just to keep up and compete for export sales. Finding and keeping international partners is another challenge. Partnerships can be fragile. Overcoming these hurdles will require engineering genius, political will, and patience. The journey is long and uncertain, but the prize is worth it. If South Korea succeeds, the impact will be profound. It would cement the nation as a top-tier technological and military power. A country that can build a 6th-gen fighter is no longer a traditional middle power. This would give Seoul unprecedented strategic autonomy in a volatile region. It would prove that advanced military technology isn't just for the US, Russia, or China. Other nations might be inspired to pursue their own high-tech defense projects. A successful South Korean fighter could shift global arms markets, offering a credible alternative to Western and Russian hardware. Of course, the future is uncertain. Budget cuts, technical hurdles, or failed partnerships could derail the project. But the ambition itself is significant, pushing South Korea's scientific and industrial boundaries. The research will create spin-off technologies for the broader economy. This is a defining story of ambition, innovation, and shifting global power. Whether the jet ever flies, the pursuit is already changing South Korea and the global defense industry. The world should watch closely. A new power is rising, and its success or failure will shape the future of air power.